My man David Benavidez with another great performance. Let's talk about it. Well, good Sunday morning to you fight fans. I didn't catch this fight last night because I finished with the Gonzalez, McCaskill, Breakhouse, Estrada card. But I did get up this morning and watch this fight and watch David Benavidez stop tough Ronald Ellis in the 11th round. Like all of you, I picked David Benavidez, but I thought that he would win by decision. This Ronald Ellis dude is tough. His name is Reckless, but I call him Tough Ronald Ellis. Let's start with some pros and some cons. Let's start with Ronald Ellis. Pros. Ronald was using the jab. Ronald was not afraid. Ronald looked calm and relaxed in there. He was coming forward. He was moving. He was moving at angles, and he was throwing punches from a lot of different angles. And it was very clear that he was going to stay on his feet until either his corner or the referee stopped the fight. But that brings me to my cons. The main con I have for Ellis is that he allowed Benavidez to sit down on his shots and throw those hard shots. And what do I mean by that? There was instances in the fight where Ronald Ellis was planting his feet. He was laying up against the ropes, or he was standing right in front of Benavidez. I said this a couple of nights ago when Sor Rungvisai fought, where the guy was just standing right in front of him, and I made the comment that you don't stand in front of a puncher, a guy who throws hard punches like that, and you just stand there. And that was the mistake that he made. As far as David Benavidez, the pros would be everything. He stood tall. He used all 6 feet of his frame. He throwing the jab. He feinted to the body, coming up top, straight, right hand, left hooks. And my favorite thing, if you've been rocking with me for a while, you know what I love most is body work. David Benavidez was going to that body, and he was trying to wear Ronald Ellis down. As far as the cons, I don't have any cons for David Benavidez. I thought he fought a great fight. There was really nothing else he could have done at the end of the fight. And when they interviewed him, he said that I feel like I could have maybe done things a little bit better. No, he couldn't have. He did everything he could do in there. He was in there with a very tough guy who just was not going to go down. I thought Benavidez hit all the nails in this fight. The fight I thought was pretty good. The fight had a lot of action in there from both guys. Both guys throwing power, both guys showing skill, both guys feigning, both guys showing some defense here and there. But in the end, David Benavidez was just too much for Ronald Ellis. But I think we all kind of figured that. So now let's just move on to what happens next. First of all, for Ronald Ellis, I would like to see him again. I can't see him beating any of those top 10 guys, but I do see him as a good opponent. I do see him giving, let's say, maybe not the top 10, but maybe guys ranked 11 to 25. I do see him giving those type of guys a tough fight, and I would love to see him again. As far as my man Benavidez, he called out quite a few names, one being Jamal Charlo, which is the fight I would like to see. I'd like to see him against Charlo. He also called out Caleb Plant. I guess that fight is supposed to have been in the making for a minute. And, of course, at the top of the mountain is Alvarez. But what do you all want to see Benavidez do? I want to see the Charlo fight, to be honest. Charlo said that he could beat him. I saw the videos where he was talking and saying he could beat him. They both are good fighters. I actually think it would be a good style fight. It would. I would actually love to see it. Caleb Plant would be good. And, of course, I know that David wants to fight Alvarez. Who doesn't want to fight Canelo? He's the king of boxing right now. He's the cash cow, and he's at the top of the super middleweight division. More realistically, what I think could happen is because David Benavidez said that he would like to earn the Canelo fight. What do you guys think about David Benavidez against Callum Smith? Callum Smith is a guy who Canelo already fought, already beat, and that would be a fight that he could fight to show that he's ready for Canelo. You know how fighters in the past, they have fought a fighter when you're trying to get to the person at the top. Sometimes you will fight the guy that they fought to show that you could beat him just as good or better. How about that? But what do you all think? What do you want to see David Benavidez do next? Did you enjoy the fight? Did you think that the fight lived up to any expectations. What I mean by that is David Benavidez doing his thing. What do you think about Ronald Ellis? What do you think about how tough he was? He wasn't just a punching bag in there either, people. I mean, he was firing back. What do you want to see next for Benavidez? Do you want Charlo? Do you want Alvarez? Do you want Plant? Or do you, maybe like me, want to see maybe him go up against another fighter in Callum Smith? Other than that, if you haven't already, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can keep talking boxing. Other than that, fight fans, it was a good weekend of fights. Thank you for being here with me, ladies and gentlemen. Holla at y'all later.